So today, really quick, we're going to take a look at the ICEMODZ Aurora LEDs. Now these are the new LEDs from ICEMODZ. It comes with a Molex to power adapter basically, and then from the power adapter it goes to the LED strips itself. Also comes with a remote that lets you switch the modes, the brightness and the speed. And also comes with this other adapter that I won't be using. So the LED strips is an adhesive LED strip, so it's fairly easy to install, and you can also cut it to length. There's places that are marks where you can cut it. Here I installed the lighting in a Corsair Air 240 just to kind of give you guys an idea of all the effects. Now there are over 300 effects with this LED lighting kit, and that is just absolutely insane. And so basically there's a lot of the same effects in here, if that makes sense, but with different lighting combinations. So see this pattern right here, right? How it's switching colors. If you scroll through kind of all the different modes, you will eventually find that same lighting pattern again with a single color. Here I have the sensor for the remote behind the motherboard tray actually, and when the unit's facing towards me, I could actually change the LEDs from about 10 feet away, which is really awesome to see, because I've had other units where if you put the sensor behind the motherboard tray without direct line of sight, that the remote just didn't even work. So the fact that it can actually read the remote through the motherboard tray is a huge plus in my book. So the LEDs are pretty bright here with the lights even turned on. You can see the LED lights in all their colors. I'm really satisfied with the LEDs, and it makes me want to switch all my LEDs in Project Red Gotham to custom RGB lighting. Now there are a couple things that I don't like about this unit. One, you can't really get a white LED light. If you set it to white, it's kind of has this bluish tint like all RGB lights do. So that's kind of a negative. So if you want white lights, I highly suggest just getting white LEDs. If you want a static color that's not red, green, blue, or white, it's going to be kind of difficult. I couldn't actually figure out a way to set a static color that outside of those colors, if that makes sense. So for example, yellow, I couldn't actually set that as a static color. However, the RGB lights themselves can produce yellow, just you can't actually change it to yellow on the remote. At least I couldn't figure out a way. If there is a way, I will annotate that over this video if I find out later. And the only other downside is 300 modes. So finding the exact lighting mode that you want can be a little bit of a challenge. It's going to take you some time to cycle through all 300. Anyways, that's it. It's a great lighting unit, 2-year warranty, and it's relatively cheap in comparison to other LEDs. I think it's $26 on their website. I will leave links down in the description below.